Dongdaemun. You can see the large gate behind me. Moon, I believe it's moon, is gate in Korean. So now we are going to go to the Dongdaemun Shopping Center, where there is a ton of different kinds of textiles and fabrics that you can buy. So let's go. If you want to get there, you can go out the subway exit 9 from line 1. Here we go. Okay, hey everybody, I am back in my apartment. Yeah, so I got a lot of really cool stuff in the Dongdaemun Shopping Center. Kind of picking up sewing these days, so I wanted to get a few, like, you know, supplies and things like that to do some crafting and sewing. So I thought I would show you what I got. I will say, if you are planning on going there, I would recommend that you go with a Korean, especially if it's your first time. The people there, it just can be like a little bit overwhelming, and then, you know, you might not know like exactly like how you can order textiles, because some of them, they just have the sample fabrics there, and then they don't actually have like the yards or bolts of fabric, so it can just be a little overwhelming. And you know, some of the vendors just maybe are not so friendly or accommodating to foreigners. Not all of them, of course, but yeah, definitely some of them seemed a little bit like kind of over me, or just didn't really like, I don't know, maybe they just weren't having a good day. But anyway, this is something I got towards the end, and it is 2 yards. They were $8. It was $8 a yard, and then I got in total like 4 yards, and it's this really pretty like gold printed fabric with hangul and some traditional characters on there that they used to use during the Joseon dynasty. So I thought I would probably make like a skirt or a shirt with this. The vendor who was selling this made bags out of it, but you can, I mean, it's like, feels like it's pretty good quality cotton. So you could definitely like make a piece of clothing, I think, out of this and just have it be kind of like a nicer garment. So that's one thing I got. This I kind of got suckered into buying by this, like, it was like the first place I stopped, and it was the hanbok. It was a hanbok shop. So like they sell the fabric for the traditional Korean clothing called hanbok. And I'm interested in making my own like top for that or bottom. But I ended up just buying this because the lady was like really friendly and really talkative. So before I knew it, I was buying it, and it was expensive. This was like maybe $18 a yard, and I got 5 yards, so it was like 80 bucks. But I'm sure I'll find something really pretty to make out of it just because the color's like kind of a light pink, which I really like. It's kind of soft and chic, so I'm thinking maybe like a skirt for this or a top, like a, yeah, like a upper top made in their, like, the style of a hanbok. They have these things called life hanboks, which are like meant to be worn every day. It kind of like modernizes what the traditional thing is. And I have a couple of them that I got in Seoul that were made for me by a hanbok clothing maker, designer. So yeah, I thought it was really cool, so I'd like to try and make one myself, because the ones that I had, the ones that I bought were pretty expensive. They were like $170 just for one piece, so it's pretty pricey. And then to go with this, I got this kind of like, oh, you can't see it. It's kind of this like thicker string, and my thought was I might do like buttons and then have like a loop where you kind of loop it and put it through the string. The lady who sold me this and also sold me these like glass beads was really unfriendly, but whatever, I'm not gonna let that stop me. But these, you can see they're glass. Let's see if my camera will focus. Oh, I don't know if it will. They're made of glass, and then I'm gonna use these, I think, as like buttons on my, yeah, there we go. Use them as buttons and maybe do like a pearl like in the center like this one, and then have the other fabric going around it. So I thought those were really pretty. She only had 6 of these, so yeah, and then these were like $1 each. And then this was like $1 for a yard of it around. So that was pretty good, pretty fairly priced. Can't complain about the price, I guess, with that one. And then I also got, I got a lot of things for like some projects. I stopped at one of the booths that had more kind of like cotton prints, and I got this was $6 a yard, and it's this kind of pretty like has loops of flowers on it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm sure I'll think of something, but it was a great price and it feels like it's really nice, so I think this will be good. And then lastly, I got 3 yards of this very cute like blue printed fabric. And yeah, I was thinking probably like a skirt or a dress with this would be really cute, and then yeah, embellish it. And I also got, let's see, is it in here maybe? Hang on. I also got this string of like pearly kind of white beads, which I plan to use as embellishments on the garments that I make. So this was like $8 for this little string of beads, like kind of pearly beads. And then I also got, this is not from Dongdaemun. So I left Dongdaemun and then I went to the train station. And a lot of times in Korea there'll be department stores connected to the train station. So I went to the department store and got a present for my friend from NARS. It was expensive, but it's worth it because it's NARS. And yeah, I got her something because it was recently her birthday. And then the two other things I got, these were from the bookstore. I think I already showed these, but you can see. This is a poetry book. I already read part of this on the way home. And then I also got this, which is Learn Korean Through K-Dramas Part 2. So I have an intermediate level of speaking Korean at the moment, but I was reading about ways you can like learn to study languages that will, that can help you like really increase the way you learn. And one of the tips was to find something that you find really entertaining, and then it doesn't feel like work when you're studying. So I am going to try to learn through Korean dramas. And then two more things. This salt bread from a bakery that I got. Salt bread is kind of like a trend right now in Korea. It's like if the softness of bread met the savory flavor of a chip. And like it's like salty and buttery, not too flavored. It's just really good. And then the texture is so soft, so I really enjoy that. And then lastly, I got these two lip tints from Olive Young. You can see here. It's the Juicy Lasting Tint, and I got one in the shade 12 Cherry Bomb and one in the shade 6 Fig Fig. I've tried Fig Fig before because my friend, the last time I was here to visit, she kind of bought like a bunch of stuff and for me to try as a gift, and then this was one of them, and her and I, we share a love of trying different cosmetics. And I will say, like the stuff made in Korea is like bomb. Like Benefit, they do all their manufacturing here, and that's because the quality of Korean made cosmetics is really, really good. So, a lot of the stuff that's made in Korea is pretty great. I also really like the Mediheal mask. Maybe I'll have to do like a mask haul here, just to show like the different, like my favorite ones. But yeah, so this is the Fig Fig shade, and I will also swatch it so you can see. But it said like on they have in their display like, oh, this is good for cool tone skin, which you can see. You might be able to tell, but mine is my skin is really cool toned. You can see my blue veins through my skin. So yeah, a cool toned lipstick is probably better suited for me. And then this is, so this is the Fig Fig shade. You can see it's kind of this pretty like purpley shade. And then this is the cherry one. Juicy Lasting Tint, and I like it because it does stay on. Like you put it on and then you leave it on for a little bit and then, wipe it off, and it does stick. And the formula of this one is really smooth from when I tried it. So that's the cherry, so you can see. So they're both very pretty. So that's what I got in Seoul. It was a lot of fun. Always good to kind of get up and away. up into Seoul when I can. I will say, I mean, I think I really don't miss the crowdedness of Seoul. I was in Itaewon when the Itaewon incident happened, and since that happened, I just really get uncomfortable when I'm in super crowded, tight spaces. And also, like, you know, it's just sort of like when you're in the city, when there's tons of, I don't know, tons of people all packed in, and you know, maybe some of the shop owners have had good experiences with foreigners or not so good experiences with foreigners. I think that really kind of can shape how they interact with you, even though you might not have done anything, you know. So I will say, like, I honestly kind of prefer getting out of Seoul. I mean, going there obviously for shopping is great, but other than that, like, after you've been to a lot of the tourist attractions, I don't know. It's there are things about it that maybe that are drawbacks. But I will say I do miss the bookstores there. There's a lot of really good ones. So maybe I'll have to do a Seoul bookstore tour. So if you want to hear about that, like, comment down below if that's something that interests you. But otherwise, I'm gonna wrap it up. I am going to visit friends in Sejong later this week. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing them, and then I will be off to Busan for the Lunar New Year. So yeah, anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I guess see you in the next one. Bye!